What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 24 of the Hella Average Gamescast. As always, I'm your co-host Cam, and in the passenger seat, we got Carmen. What's happening, buddy?
Man, I wish I was in the passenger seat the past hour. Let me just fucking tell you. Instead, I drove through traffic, and I got home an hour later than I was supposed to. And luckily, I have good friends like you guys who waited for me.
Of course. We know how it is. Traffic's killer, especially that 5 o'clock rush hour.
But other than that,
rough.
I'm fucking dandy.
And in the car seat in the back, we've got Jeremy. What's up, buddy?
I'm doing a lot better now that I had my technical problem solved by Mr. Carmen over there.
Hey!
For those of you who listened to last week's episode, we had just a little bit of technical difficulties with the audio, but we got it all figured out this week, so we'll be back to normal, kicking and screaming, coming in both your eardrums. You know how we roll.
Yeah, they like it when we come in their eardrums.
Yes, they do. I didn't think about that till you turned it there, Jeremy.
It's always about dicks with Jeremy.
Always about dicks. So we're going to talk about some video games this week. I think that's pretty much what we do now. But, Carmen, you get a chance to play any video games this week?
Yeah, man, I played, I've been doing a lot of mobile gaming. It's just been more convenient. So I've been playing my Clash Royale, some Tap Titans. I've been downloading a bunch of random games and deleting them in the same day. And then console-wise, I played a little bit of Rocket League and some Call of Duty World War II.
Nice. No Destiny on that list.
I haven't played Destiny in 3 weeks.
Wow. No withdrawals?
I'm going back next week just to freshen up, just to tighten up. I'm going to run the raid.
Yes, we'll do that and get some gameplay in before the DLC drops.
Yep, other than that, just another day in paradise.
Jeremy, what buttons you been pressing?
Now, I gotta tell you, this is probably the first week in forever I haven't even turned on my PlayStation 4. I know. Wow. I've been all about that SNES Classic, baby.
Ooh, daddy.
Good lord. I've ran through almost every game on there. I've been playing a shit ton of Secret of Mana, Super Mario RPG, Super Metroid. Started playing Super Mario World again, Yoshi's Island. I've just been running that controller ragged, son.
That's awesome. I'm glad you're getting your use out of it. Now, how many times have you played through a lot of these games, or some of these games? Is it your second or third playthrough for some of them?
Oh, probably 5th or 6th so far.
Oh, wow.
On a lot of these.
You're a Nintendo baby.
Yeah, a lot of these are like my favorite games of all time, so I'm just sitting there just making unbelievable progress on them.
That's so awesome, because I'm in the total opposite camp. I've never played a lot of these games, so that's where all my joy's coming from.
I mean, I've already ran through the first island on Donkey Kong and gotten 100% on those levels, and moving on to Island 2.
Nice.
Yeah, it all comes back. It's like riding a bike.
Crushing it.
You're going to laugh at my Donkey Kong Let's Plays then.
Oh, jeez.
I'm going to be sitting there screaming, "You missed the secret!"
I do, because I don't know the secrets. And I'm playing without a guide. So, like, when I'm playing, I'm just going through organically. It's crazy. But it's fun. It's fun. I'm loving it.
My brain is my guide.
So, you haven't played any modern video games this week?
None.
That's awesome.
One. Yeah.
Retro gaming's back. I don't know if it ever left.
Not in my house.
I played some of the classic. I played probably about an hour of Star Fox and then an hour of Star Fox 2. Just long enough to realize that I don't like Star Fox.
Just long enough to stay in level 1.
Yeah, so I got to like the 4th. No,
you fucking didn't. Don't lie to the people.
In Star Fox, in Star Fox,
don't fucking lie to me.
I got past, I don't know, whatever the level past the asteroid field is. I think that's the 3rd level.
Level
Armada.
Yeah, Armada. So I was like, fuck this game. And then in Star Fox 2, I did a lot of encounters in Star Fox 2. It's set up way different. But I don't like either one. They just don't do it for me.
Star Fox just might not be a title you like.
It is. I can tell. It's just not going to grab me.
I mean, I want to recommend Star Fox 64. It's easily the best one, but it's also a lot like Star Fox 2. So if you didn't like that, you might not like Star Fox 64.
Now, I enjoyed the gameplay of Star Fox 2.
Oh, you might like Star Fox 64 then.
It kind of like you could pick where you're going and what you were doing.
Yeah, Star Fox. It's 64 is more like that. There's more of those open-ended battles where you can fly in 360 mode. There's dogfights with Star Wolf. I think it's just the most polished of all the games, really.
I might give that a shot. I mean, it's just I miss them back in the day as a kid, and I just can't get into them now. I mean, I'm not great at them anyway, but I started getting better and getting the feel for it. But
I will say that Star Fox 64, like I say, it's just it controls better in my opinion. Like Star Fox 1 has aged like cheese, just not well at all. And then Star Fox 2, it is what it is. 64, I think that's when they finally just nailed it.
awesome. So I did that, and then next week, that's really all I did. I played a little bit more Street Fighter. I'm definitely digging that. Then I'm kind of hooked on Kirby's Dream Course, man. That game's that's a fun game.
Isn't it fun?
It is. It's just fun to pick up and go.
I didn't even know it existed until I watched the Game Grumps play, and it's become one of my favorite playthroughs of theirs.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's a friendship ender.
It can be. I'm sure. I haven't played it with. I just played it by myself now. But so I did that. And then towards the modern side, I bought Call of Duty, so we got a little Call of Duty action in, and I'm fucking loving it. I picked it up, and I'm still not. I'm getting better. Starting to go positive a lot more, and I'm loving this game. It's kind of like back to the basics. You're not running on walls and fucking, having shock sticks and slamming on the ground and shit like that.
I'm stunned. I'm stunned you hadn't deleted it from your hard drive yet.
I know. This is the first time in a long time. I think I've played like 8 hours so far. I'm almost done with the campaign. I think I got like 4 missions left in the campaign. The campaign looks like it's phenomenal. And I'm on the pro, but there's parts of that campaign that are almost just lifelike. It's crazy.
Spoiler alert, the Nazis don't win.
Yes. The America does win the war with the help of some other countries. But no, the game is awesome. The play is, at first I was like, man, this is tough, but it's just getting used to it. The class systems are really cool. You have different classes that have their own perks, and I'm digging this Call of Duty. It's pretty awesome. But other than that, I didn't really play a whole lot. I played one or two, or played like a playthrough of Nidhogg, just to do something before bed.
But you didn't wet your whistle with Destiny.
I didn't. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I played for like, I don't know, an hour or two the other day. Just jumped on and did a little bit of, did the Nightfall and then did some trials and got stumped. We got 3 teams to go flawless against us.
Nice. Good job.
So we made somebody's night. But that's it. That's all I did. Just got my gaming in that way. Call of Duty is going to be taking up a lot of my time. And then I'm really feeling the itch for Cuphead, so I'm about to jump back in on that. But let's keep it moving if y'all don't play anything else. If y'all got nothing big on the docket. We got some new releases this week, and one sore thumb sticks out much more than all the others. And that would be Battlefront 2 released. This game's a train wreck. There's no way around it.
What'd I tell you?
Like we called it, but like this, I don't even think it expects to be this bad. I mean, this game is the definition of pay to win. I mean,
it's a shame too, because from all accounts, it's much better a game than the first one. The content's there, the gameplay's there, the graphics, everything. It's just absolutely marred by fucking EA's bullshit.
God, yeah, EA can fuck a game up really hard.
Oh my God.
Always. And this is a lesson that they need to learn. They need to just keep their mouths fucking shut.
Jesus Christ.
Don't tell anybody it's going to take 40 hours to get Darth Vader.
Oh yeah, I saw someone post an article. I paid $80 for Battlefront 2, and it doesn't even come with Darth Vader. I'm like, God.
That was the most downvoted comment on Reddit.
Yeah, 680,000 downvotes or some shit.
Good job, EA.
Did you hear about what they did with the whole cost reduction thing?
No.
So what they did originally, when they brought people into a test event last week to come in to review the game, and somehow some screens got leaked of Luke Skywalker, and I forget the exact amount, but let's say for the sake of argument that Luke Skywalker cost 80,000 whatever it was, credits or whatever, right? So people were like, holy fuck, that's way too much. So what they did was they lowered the cost of the heroes by 75%, which sounds really fucking cool, right? But they also lowered the currency rate by like 70%. So like
GG, well played, EA.
It's
GGWP.
It's wild, and I don't know. They, EA bought this Star Wars license for 10 years. So they bought this thing back in 2010, I think it was. So they've only got it for 3 more years, and they're trying to release 2 more Star Wars games. I think.
Please don't.
Well, I don't know. We don't know now because they killed off
They're
Visceral, and now they're giving the game to Respawn, which they just bought. So we'll talk about that later. But anyway, yeah, EA is they're doing some bad shit right now.
EA stands for enormous assholes.
Did we check and see what it's getting so far? I haven't looked, but
well,
it's getting 3 bags of dicks out of 10.
That should be our new fucking.
But it's not out of 10 bags of dicks. They're 3 bags of dicks out of the number 10.
Man,
Jeremy, you said it got what'd you say it got on GameSpot?
Game Informer, I think, gave it a 6.5.
Okay.
Yeah, the user score was a 4.
So Metacritic, it's got a 77, right?
Yeah.
But it's got a 1 user score.
My man.
So, I mean, we all know to look at the users, not the critics.
People fucking hate microtransactions. It is just fact at this point.
I don't know that they hate them.
They hate them.
Because in some cases, it's not that bad.
No. Don't worry. People are using them, but you ask any gamer, do you like microtransactions? They will tell you to eat a bag of dicks. They fucking hate them.
And I mean, like, if you see, like, some of these posts, I'm just not going to go over all of them, but some of them are like, the first pay-to-win full-price title, this game is decent campaign and great gameplay, but fuck microtransactions. So, like, I mean, I don't know, it's shitty.
When you hide your whole game behind a paywall, yeah, you fucked up.
Yeah, so, I mean, I would be talking about that anyway, because I think we've said it more than once about EA doing these microtransactions, and we're like, it can't be as bad as people are saying. It can't be as bad as people are saying. Well, it's worse.
Yeah, it's like worse. This, like the model that they are trying to use, like with these microtransactions, is the stuff that they use in their Ultimate Teams, they use in their Maddens, and their FIFAs, and their basketball games, and all this shit. Like, it doesn't work that way. Like, there's not a whole pool of thousands of players to pick from. Like, we're stuck in a very small realm. Like, they're doing the wrong things.
At this point, the game should go free to play, and you should just make it that.
Yeah, if they made it free to play, nobody would have complained. Nobody would have complained if they released the game free to play and it was chock full of fucking microtransactions.
This model's not working, and EA said themselves when they killed Visceral, the CEO's statement was that they're moving towards these games of service. Like, as far as EA is concerned, this is the only type of games they're going to pump out for the foreseeable future.
And I knew those motherfuckers were going to do that too. As soon as they kill off Visceral, I'm like, they are going to milk the shit out of these franchises, and they're going to just nickel and dime everyone to death.
So now we kind of know why they killed off Visceral, which we'll get a little bit more into later. But now we have a little bit more insight.
But I've said this for years, that why do they continue to make a new Madden every year, or a new NBA game, or a new soccer game? It's like, you could have already done this, but you could have done it in a way that wasn't so bad. Like, you get the whole new, you get the new updated rosters, some new improvements, like to your firmware on the game, $20, bam. They're going to grab 20 every time. They don't need to get 60 every game. They don't need to do all this development time.
But then they wouldn't be EA.
Well, that's a fact. They're fucking assholes.
Yeah, EA is easily the worst gaming company, or game developer, game producer. Oh, they're not producer, are they? They're the worst gaming company.
No,
by far, hands down.
It's infuriating because their games aren't that bad. It's just the garbage they do to it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really sad. I mean, if this model happens with other companies, if this becomes the model for gaming, it doesn't bode well at all.
This could, I mean, not to be dour, but if this is what gaming becomes, it will kill it. Just plain and simple.
But to be fair, you still have, the Naughty Dogs of the world, and these indie developers coming out, and
Nintendo, and
especially Nintendo.
Yeah, they of all the shit we give Nintendo, they don't do the microtransaction bullshit, and God bless them for it.
It just needs to be handled the right way.
I agree.
You can make a game of service. You can make a blanket title. You can do that. That's no problem. But you have to make it reasonable, which EA will not. They'll fucking do this, and then they'll charge you $40 for an update.
Yep.
Stupid. This game will be $20 within a month, probably.
Oh, I agree.
Just remember, I brought it to you first. Bag of shit.
Bag of shit. Bag of dicks. 2 bags of dicks out of 10.
Dang, you reduced them to 2 bags of dicks?
I thought that's what you said. What'd you give it?
No, I gave them 3 bags of dicks out of the number 10.
No, I like even numbers. Let's just go with 2.
Okay, so then the score's out of 9.
Let's step it up. Let's get out of the mediocrity and less than mediocrity of EA and get into a good game. Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 came out. I don't know I know none of us are really into the Lego games, but I've played them before and they're fantastic games. They're fun. So this game came out and it's doing great.
I've heard nothing but good things about them.
Yeah, I've heard. Again, Game Informer. They said it was okay. They said it was not one of the better Lego titles.
Well, let's see. It's got, again, Metacritic. It's got a 7.5 user score, 73. So,
I mean, at the same time, Battlefront has a 77. So
yeah, you're right. No, I get you. But the user score is 7.5, which compared to Battlefield 1.
Yeah.
So, no, but yeah, this game. I mean, even if you're a middle of the road Lego game, you're still pretty fucking good, you know.
I'll take a middle of the road Lego game over a pay to win Star Wars game any day.
Well, this was definitely one of the shining lights in the new releases this week. I heard a couple other podcasts talking about it, and they're fun games. They really are. I won't be picking it up. Maybe when I have kids, I'll definitely pick them up more. But we also had the Sims 4 come out for consoles. I don't really know. I haven't played The Sims in fucking, I don't know how long.
I've just never played or cared about The Sims.
Yep. So we're recording on Wednesday. So come Thursday, The Sims will be out. So go pick that up if you like the game. Y'all, either one of y'all played them ever or like them or?
I played it as a kid on PC, like The Sims and The Sims 2, but it's like the same game over and over. It's super frustrating if you actually try to do, because they incorporated some campaign stuff as they've progressed. So like that shit is like infuriating. Like go do this thing, and then like you just need your person to do something, and they won't do it. It doesn't matter what you do. You like try to get a promotion, you end up getting fucking fired. Like I can't deal.
I can't either. Like when I was a kid, I just tried to put like cheat codes in and
yeah, get a bunch of money, build a big ass house, and then demolish that motherfucker, or just forget about it and never go back.
That's what I liked about it. I didn't really like playing the game.
Yeah, it was cool to design the houses and shit. Like I had a blast doing that. But then, it just lost its luster, and I just can't do it anymore.
Go pick it up. Sims 4 on consoles. It's cool. I'm surprised it didn't come to consoles before now, but here it is. Something we kind of missed last week that we should have talked about was Doom for the Switch. It dropped, and it's doing really good. They've said it's the weaker, or the weakest way to play Doom, obviously. But to be on the Switch, to be able to take it anywhere you want, like you go, to be able to play multiplayer on it, they said it's done really well. And I'm glad to see some of this third-party support come into the Switch and actually functioning correctly.
Yeah. I mean, considering how advanced of a game this is, the fact that they could dumb it down enough to fit on the Switch and actually work properly is pretty damn amazing, But it is definitely the weakest from what I've heard. The graphics aren't terrible, but there's definitely some pop-in issues and some low-res text and so forth. And they said that it is not fun to play with the Joy-Cons. You definitely want a Pro Controller. But, if you have a Switch and you never played Doom and you want to play Doom, but definitely get it. It's a fantastic game.
I just think the coolest selling feature about it is, say, I can play Doom on a commuter, I can play Doom on an airplane, or I can play Doom on a train, or it doesn't matter. You pick it, you can play Doom there.
I'm so tired of hearing that.
What?
Everybody knows about the Switch and that it's portable. It's like, it's not a selling point for any game anymore to me.
It is though. Well, not to me. I agree with you, but to Nintendo, that's their.
It's like the next game that we talk about for the Switch, we're going to be saying, well, XYZ can be taken on the go, and you can play it on the train, and you can ride on the bus, and all this. That's
very true.
And then I think you should buy it. But if you're at home and you have a PS4, you should buy it there too.
That's a very good point. If I'm honestly, if I had a Switch, I would never have it hooked up to my TV. I would only play it in portable mode. And if a third-party game came out on that or the PS4, I'm getting on PS4. It's just going to look and run better.
Yeah, when you got a power horse console like the PlayStation or the Xbox is sitting at home, then that's obviously the best place to play them.
But where we could get a win is if you can do a cross save, which Sony's never going to buy into. But
oh hell no.
But if you're an Xbox person and they link up and they say, look, we'll do a cross save where you can upload it to the cloud, you can grab it from the cloud on your Switch. Now you can take your save, and you can also take that on the bus and on the train and on the plane.
You're giving Nintendo a little bit too much credit there. They don't even have their save system shit worked out yet.
I know, but I mean that's something that they should work on, because if they're going to go to this cross-platform shit, then why don't you let me take my game wherever I want, however I want?
That's actually a fantastic idea, Carmen. I like that idea a lot.
Yeah, so funny. Now that makes me want to buy a Switch.
Yeah, but you're living in a fantasy world where Nintendo will actually get their shit together and do that.
Yes, you're absolutely right. That's Jeremy talked about Nintendo's safe features. They're planning to patch that in early next year. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Either. I mean, it's funny Microsoft is the only one of the three willing to just go, hey guys, can't we all just get along and play together?
Well, that's why Microsoft's doing what they're doing right now.
Yeah, and
that's
Sony's
why they're bringing the pain.
And so Sony's being selfish, no, and just Nintendo's are there eating glue.
I mean, they dropped Rocket League on the Switch, and Rocket League on the Switch can crossplay with the Xbox and PC, so can't do it with PlayStation.
You can play on your PlayStation with people on PC. Let me tell you, I've done it.
Yeah, I know. So you're telling me about that, but I'm saying now with the Switch, you can't play with people except for on the PC or Xbox, because PlayStation doesn't want to officially buy into that or whatever their problem is with that. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Today it was the rainbows and the butterflies, and tomorrow it will be 3-year-old babies that can't even hold controllers.
Yeah, so that's what we got for new releases. As always, I'll have the list up, so head over to www.hellaveragegaming.com under the news tab with all the new releases will be posted. So let's move on to news, guys. It's about that time of the year. You know what time of year it is? Yes, well, that's true. I guess you're right about that. But it's that time of year when we all start talking about what our games of the year are. And if you're any sort of gamer, you know what the Game Awards, they happen every single year. And they've got their nominations up for Game of the Year. And it is a short list, let me tell you.
It's actually longer than I thought it would be. I thought it was only going to be one game listed on there, but I was wrong.
All right, here we go. You ready for the nominees? Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, no surprise there. Super Mario Odyssey, no surprise there. Persona 5, I'm glad to see that made it on there.
That's my personal favorite right there.
Horizon Zero Dawn, which is my personal favorite. And finally, the one and only PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, PUBG, making it on the list, ladies and gentlemen.
And I call bullshit on that. This is for Game of the Year, not Demo of the Year.
This makes me want to smash my head into my desk.
Seriously.
We've talked about this ad nauseum.
Oh, we had a huge argument about this before.
This game is in early access. It's not even out. It's not even out officially.
Shut your fucking mouth.
If that's nominated, I want to nominate that Spider-Man game that's coming out next year for this year's Game of the Year. Why not? It's just as finished.
I mean, it's just like The Witcher's Blood and Wine winning Best RPG that time.
Oh, that pissed me off.
Well, it was DLC. It wasn't even a full game.
Yeah, that's more of a game though than this. It's at least done.
I get why, because of the hype. It kind of just got its own following. Whatever, yada yada yada. Doesn't matter. Mario's going to clean this category up across the board.
So. Yeah, I agree.
I don't think anybody can hang with Mario right now.
The fact that you comes in third.
Well,
say what?
If that happens,
Mario comes in third.
There's no way.
Mario comes in first. I think Zelda comes in second, and then Horizon comes in third.
Horizon's going to wipe the floor with the Game Awards. They're nominated for almost 17 things.
Yeah, we're going to go over some of them, too, because I want to go. There's some cool-ass categories. Horizon's my personal favorite on these lists. And, who knows? It might even be my game of the year. We'll have to wait and find out.
I mean, with the DLC coming, it's going to pump it up.
Man, the DLC's out. I don't know if it's out, but they were reviewing it, talking about game.
It's either out or it's coming soon.
It's out.
Yeah, it's out, I think. But Giant Bomb fucking loved it. This is awesome. I'm digging it. I might have to pick it up and play it. Who knows?
I mean, I didn't finish the game, but I know that it's leaps and bounds over some of these other games. I mean, Zelda is Horizon Light, even though it came before it.
Yeah, it's really good for Nintendo. Like, good on them because they've got 2 nominations out of the 5.
Oh, dude, they're crushing.
I mean,
but
Nintendo's done better than they've done in years. I mean, the Nintendo's at the top of their game, and when it comes to the end of the year, they took everybody out of the competition. So I'm excited. I do think not even just for the Game Awards, but I think your IGNs, Giant Bombs, GameSpots, you name it. I think you're going to see a whole lot of Marios. You might see a few Zeldas and a few Horizons. But I think that's where you're going to see Mario for the most part.
All right, I agree.
So, you know how we feel about PUBG. It's not even out. It's early access. Now, the last article I read, the Xbox release is going to be under Xbox's early access program. But at the same time, the PC version is going to go full-blown, not free-to-play. So I don't know how they're going to do that.
it's not free to play.
I mean, not free. I didn't mean free-to-play. It's not going to be early access. Excuse me. So what they're doing is they're releasing one version and taking one out of the early access moniker out of that. So I don't know how to do it, how they're going to do it. But it's not my game of the year.
Not my nominee.
Hashtag not my nominee. All right, let's go over some of these other, some of the cooler titles. I mean, Mario, Zelda, and Horizon are in almost every one of these. But let's go over, let's see here. Let's pick one out of here. How about Best Narrative, which is for outstanding storytelling and narrative development?
Horizon.
What Remains of Edith Finch, which is one I skipped over, but I've heard about it. Nier Automata. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, Wolfenstein 2, and Horizon.
I personally throw my hat in for Nier. That was my narrative out of those.
Nier does have a fantastic narrative.
Horizon has a good one, but it was predictable, I thought.
Man, I don't know. That story, when I was like chomping at the bits to get the rest, bits and pieces of that story.
Oh, no, it had good pacing, but I kind of just guessed partway through what was going to happen, and I was right. It was a good story, but I just like Nier's better, personally.
Best art direction: Destiny 2, Legend of Zelda, Persona 5, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Cuphead.
Dude,
Get the fuck out of here. You know who's going to wipe that category up.
Give me that Cuphead, baby.
Let's see here.
Cuphead has the best chance next to Horizon.
Let's see here. I don't when people think Cuphead, they think that's
of the art
style.
Yeah.
That's why I think they've got it. Best ongoing game: Warframe, Rainbow Six Siege, Overwatch, GTA Online, Destiny 2, or PUBG. I have a feeling PUBG is going to win that bout.
I do too, just because of popularity.
Overwatch might be really close with them. Destiny 2 might even throw their hat in the ring on that one. Let's see here. Let's go with Best Action Game: Prey, Neo, Destiny 2, Cuphead, or Wolfenstein.
I say Wolfenstein, personally.
From what I've heard, Wolfenstein's good. From out of the ones I've played, it would be Destiny 2 for sure. What about you, Carmen? Got any input on that one?
I would think Wolfenstein, just based on the list. For what it is, and Cuphead's a really great game, I don't think it has a chance in this category.
Yeah, it's weird to be in this category.
Very. But Destiny 2 is probably a close second.
Yeah, I think Destiny can clear this one up, too. So, I mean, Destiny's going to get it. Don't worry. They're going to get their nods and their wins. It'll come. Best fighting game, you got Tekken 7, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, Injustice 2 ARMS, and the most surprising, in my opinion, Nidhogg 2, which I would throw my vote there just because I'm so surprised it made it on there.
I'm definitely Injustice all the way.
I do think Injustice takes this one.
It would be cool to see Nidhogg win it, but is Nidhogg really a fighting game?
Technically, it's I mean, I guess if you call it 1v1. Nidhogg got the win just making the list, okay?
It's a huge win for them.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, can you really consider them a fighting game? And we can't just say because it's 1v1. I can 1v1 you in Call of Duty. It's not a fighting game.
I guess. I don't know what... I mean, it just says... The description is for the best game designed primarily around head-to-head combat.
Okay, so that makes more sense.
So that's how they're labeling fighting games. But those are some of the big categories. I mean,
what about RPG?
Best RPG?
Yeah.
Let me see what we got here. All right. Star Wars: The Fractured Butthole.
South Park.
Star Wars. Jesus. Oh yeah, I'm so sorry.
The Star Wars Fractured Butthole are the people who pre-ordered Battlefront.
Yes. No, that'd be Star Wars: The Fractured Butthurt.
Oh, there you go.
South Park: The Fractured Butthole, Final Fantasy 15, Division A Original Sin 2, Nier Automata, and Persona 5.
And I throw mine 100% behind Persona 5. And
Me too.
From what I've heard, I do too.
And what we're saying before is Final Fantasy 15 came out last year.
Yeah,
so I don't know why it's even nominated. I know.
Because why not? You can fucking nominate a game in early access.
Yeah, why not?
You won at the Game Awards.
I throw in Final Fantasy 6 as the 2017 RPG of the year.
But those we're gonna obviously you got most anticipated game, best sports game.
Let me guess. The most anticipated game includes PUBG.
Let
me fucking guess.
You're funny.
That one would actually be apt, though.
Yeah, it could actually win that one. So yeah, the Game Awards are December 7th, and for those who really don't know, every year, all the news outlets they do their Game of the Year awards. So this outlet will vote for something. We'll do our own Game of the Years, but we'll do it on an individual basis. IGN does an overall Game of the Year. You pick it, they'll do it. But this is the only quote-unquote award show that happens where they actually let fans vote. But it's not really a fan vote. It's 90% a panel and then 10% to do with the fan vote, except for 4 categories. But that's
the only one that brings home the hardware.
Yeah, so we'll definitely keep up with that, and we'll be doing our Game of the Year show later in December probably.
We'll probably want to do it before they do theirs.
So they do theirs on December 7th. So we can do that. We can absolutely do that.
I mean, there's not really any more big releases coming out, I don't think.
No, I don't think so. I think we got pretty much where we're at.
Yeah.
But if you want to watch that December 7th, you can watch it on Twitch, YouTube, wherever you watch. Probably, what's the new one? Mixer. Doesn't matter. At 8:30 Eastern. You can figure out the rest. If you're not Eastern, I'm not going to tell you. But let's talk about EA. We've already ragged on them, so let's just kind of brush over this. They bought Respawn, the makers of Titanfall, which is sad because Titanfall is a fantastic game. Yeah, rest in peace, Titanfall. Fantastic games, and EA's going to kill them.
We're going to give you one mech, and if you want your other 2, they're going to cost $20 a piece.
Pay $5.99 now and have your mech dropped in the battle.
$5.99, you give them too much credit. Yeah, $5.99 my ass.
$9.99 for 3 spawns, maybe.
You're right.
So obviously EA shut down Visceral, probably to make room to buy out her Respawn, to then give the Star Wars title to Respawn to make a brand new Star Wars Games of Service game. It blows me away. I don't know what's happening.
It's a fucking shit show.
Yes, it's not good business. It's really not.
No, it's you shut down this company. You just cut all these fucking people and then you turn around and buy a studio? Seriously? Come on,
Put all these people
man.
out of business.
Put all these people out of jobs.
Out of work. Yep.
Now, I'm sure a handful of them can go out tomorrow, the day after they lost their jobs, and hook up with a studio. But there's probably a good majority of those people that can't.
Yeah, a lot of those people are just cannon fodder. They're not going to have anything to do for a while. So, yeah, that's a sad, the dark shadow of the gaming industry when all these layoffs happen. Yeah, I mean, it happens everywhere, but
you don't do it like that.
This was dirty. This was to, I'm going to fire you. It's not that they did it because they had to. They did it to put themselves in a quote unquote better position or acquire another developer, which is shitty.
Yeah, so, a developer that they're going to end up running right into the fucking ground.
So, enjoy Titanfall 2 because that's going to be the last one, trust me.
No, there will be plenty of Titanfalls.
Yeah,
just
I know.
More good ones.
Yeah, there will be a, quote, Titanfall, but it will not be what it was. And Titanfall 2 kind of got overlooked because when it released in between Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty. So it wasn't until a little bit later people were like, man, this game's pretty fucking good. And they kept patching it and kept, bringing content to it. I played it not too long ago, and it's a fantastic game. But anyway, EA is going to run it down, so enjoy it while you can. But on the other hand, Xbox One X and Microsoft is doing fan-freaking-tastic. I mean, the Xbox One X is killing it. I've heard nothing but good things. I mean, some of these updates for the games are really big, but I mean, what do you expect with 4K assets? But God, this thing, I've seen some gameplay. It looks phenomenal.
So that's the thing is, I've seen gameplay, and I don't know, maybe it's because I have a 4K monitor, but it just looks okay. It doesn't look like it's worth spending another $500 on the same console.
It may not be. It's
it's not for everyone.
Exactly, and that's what I keep hearing from all these reviews. They say, yeah, it's a good system. It's very powerful, but it's not worth getting unless you are this very specific person.
It's just like any other console. It's got its show games for sure. And we talked about it last week, so we don't need to go back over it. But it's got its 4 or 5 games that are meant to be shown off. And then it's got its list of 30 games that just have a few up-res, an update package or a 4K package that have a few extra things added onto it, So just like any other system, but it's doing well. It's definitely it's what it said it was supposed to be. I mean, it's doing its job.
Yeah, things about it that are making me kind of like angsty is that people are comparing it to the PS4 Pro on the 4K stuff, but then when they start to get into sales, they're like, well, the Xbox One X sold X amount of units faster than the PS4 Pro. Like, let's think about the time frame in between the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X. So they had a lot more time to perfect it and hype it, and then it went in. Then everybody got their hands on it. So I think that the Xbox One X it's powerful. It's way more powerful than the PS4 Pro. But they've had more time to perfect this system.
I remember too, someone else also said that, yeah, the Xbox One X is good, but what games are you going to play on it?
It doesn't have, it didn't have a title like a big seller to knock it out of the park when it released. It was just taking games. I mean, Forza was like the closest release to it,
I mean, like if I didn't have a PS4 or an Xbox One, and I'm looking at either getting a Pro, which is cheaper but not as powerful, or an Xbox One, which is more expensive but more powerful, I'm going with the PS4 Pro because it's just got way more games on it, or at least more stuff I'm interested in.
Yeah, it's a hard sell to say your parents going in there. Well, this one's $400. This one's $500. If you're looking at a checkbox, I mean, they're doing the same fucking thing. One of them's just got 2 more teraflops. Well, nobody knows what that means, so fuck, let's just buy the PlayStation.
I mean, honestly, this reminds me of the original Xbox and the PS2. I mean, yeah, the original Xbox was more powerful than the PS2, but the games on the PS2 were just way better, and there were way more of them.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's just, they all have their perks, and I think it's, we're closing in on the end of this cycle, of this generation.
I don't know. I think we're about maybe halfway.
I'm thinking that there's 2 years left.
I would say at least 3 or 4.
I was going to say 3. I was looking at 2019, 2020, I would think. I mean, you got to think
2019 is in 2 years, bro.
They just released this, like, Xbox One X. I can't see them doing it again.
No, but it's gonna be a new console. It's not gonna be an Xbox. It's gonna be the Xbox One X, Y, Z 2.
Yeah. I get where Carmen's coming from.
We're going to get a new generation of systems, and I'm not talking about a half step.
Yeah, so I was saying the next thing they release is going to be a new console. We're not going to get another slight upgrade.
We're going to get the Xbox 2 and the Xbox 2X.
But I still think that's a few years off.
Yeah, I do. I do too. I mean, I just don't see it happening that fast. But with the way things are going,
they've been out. This is just a minor step up.
When did the new consoles drop? Was it 2014?
I was in Michigan, so it might have been 2014 when the PS4 dropped. I'll look it up right now.
Well, the average lifespan of a console is 6 years.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I was trying to see.
So we're probably looking at maybe 2 or 3 more years.
PS4 released in 2013.
All right, so the last console generation had 6 to 8 year life cycle, with the Wii lasting for 6 years. So 6 to 8 years, you're kind of getting that sweet spot at 2019. So yeah, maybe we will. I don't know. I don't see it happening. I think we're kind of hitting some like a wall with technology, because they don't even know how to code for what they got right now.
But I don't think that we're at a wall. I think that as 2018 progresses, they're going to start maxing out these systems. We didn't even see what the standard PS4 and standard Xbox Ones could handle. Like, if you think about like when the PS2 ended and the Xbox ended, the Xbox 360, all that shit, like these games were coming out and they were fire. There's a reason why they dropped GTA and then they dropped GTA again. It's because the system they maxed it out with that game. GTA 5 maxed out your PS3. GTA 5 drops again on the PS4 and it just runs smooth as butter. Bam, boom. That's going to happen here.
Yeah, it will. I mean, I'm not going to pick out the time for it. I think you might be closer. I think 2020, but then when you think about it, 2020 is only,
about 2 years away.
It's only 2 years away.
So, yeah, when you think about it like that, you're pretty much on the nose with that one.
But I don't think we're going to hear anything about a new console until 2019 at the earliest.
No.
They're going to run it. They're going to run 2018 just as normal, but know that they're in the lab.
Oh yeah. I'm not denying they started working on the PS5 as soon as the PS4 launched. But they still got to make money and have these things out there for a while. You release them too soon, people are going to get pissed off and go, why did I just buy this console when there's a new one right around the corner?
But it's not too soon.
But I mean, now, like, obviously, we're going to. I don't really want to go over it too much now. Like, the Black Friday ads are up, and you can buy. The majority of these places have these. I don't want to say vanilla consoles, but the normal consoles, the PlayStation 4s, the Xbox Ones. You're priced at anywhere from $189 to $200. Like, I mean, it's
great prices.
Never been the best time to go grab them. So, I mean, you're getting games for $25 at most places, Target, Best Buy, Walmart's, $25 up to $45 from some are brand new games. So, now's like the best time to buy if you're in the market.
And I think, though, your best bet to not get punched in the face on Black Friday is to just wait till Cyber Monday. You're going to get the same deals, if not better.
Yep, because you don't want to get your ass whooped over a $25 copy of
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
You're going to get snuck in the parking lot. Your PS4 is going to get stolen right out of your hands
yep.
by some little hoodlum.
They're making a Mario movie, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
Please
allegedly.
No.
I think this sounds good, though, actually.
I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about it. It's done by Illumination, who obviously did the Minions, who did
Secret Life of Pets, Despicable Me.
Obviously, the big name, the GOAT for that is Despicable Me and the Minions. But I don't think that Mario works in a movie sense. Like Mario doesn't talk, and like giving him this character, you're like, I don't know. I think you're kind of making it up on the fly. What are you going to say? Is this going to be like a movie about Mario saving Peach from Bowser? That's been done a bajillion times in a different art form. Like, we don't need that.
It's not been done in a movie.
True.
Plus, the fact that this is actually animated, and they could make this look just like the Mario games. And honestly, if Nintendo has enough input on this could actually turn out to be a pretty good movie, I think. Especially if, like, Nintendo writes the script.
I am so on the fence on this one. Like, I don't want to. I usually have one opinion one way or the other, but I'm straddling the fence.
Because, like, I hate a lot of these video game movies. They usually suck, but the vast majority of them are live action. This is one of the, like that Ratchet and Clank movie that came out, that was computer animated, and it wasn't bad. It was actually pretty good. Granted, I'm not a huge Ratchet and Clank fan, and I wouldn't watch it really more than once or twice, but that was a vast improvement over pretty much anything else in the video game movie market.
The only way that it works, though, is if they do it like the Final Fantasy Advent Children movie.
I hope not. Cool. That was shit. That was
the animation was great.
The animation was great,
good for what it is.
It was shit.
But the way I picture it is that they end up merging like an animated character and with like a human. So I see like Cam walking into his kitchen and Mario standing there, and all he says is, "It's a me, Mario," and then he just says that shit over and over, and then like I can't deal with it. I don't think it's gonna work.
No, they're not gonna do that. This is a company that just does animation. I think the whole thing's gonna be animated. It's gonna look just like the cutscenes in the video games. They'd be retarded to do the Roger Rabbit cartoons and real life shit.
Yeah, so we'll see. I'm sure that it's going to happen because they haven't done one in so long, and Mario is so hot right now. So who knows? That might be one of the best movies ever made. So let's not knock it yet. We'll see.
Let's not go that far either.
Hey, don't knock me. I could dream.
And EA is the best video game developer ever. Hashtag alternate reality.
Hands down.
So the Ninja Turtles are coming to Injustice. How about
Fuck, yes.
That's pretty dope.
Oh my god. That trailer got me so fucking hyped, man.
Hey, that came out of nowhere. Talk about like that was not whispered about. That just came out of left field.
God, I loved every moment of that.
Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
Donnie.
I'm a Leo fan.
I'm a Donatello fan.
Donatello's the man with the plan.
But it looks like that all 4 turtles are going to be just one character.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do. I think it's, you know how like they have like their different stances or whatever.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be that just like that. There's no way you're going to have 4 on the select screen.
I think you're right. Like they're going to have obviously like set moves. Call in a certain turtle. You can probably switch stances. Like Raph will be about speed and Donnie about reach and so forth. And of course, obviously, their ultimate is they're all of them are gonna like just gang up and like shell shock those motherfuckers.
Yeah, it'd be cool if like you're playing as Leo and then you hit like a set of buttons and then I don't know, Donnie just comes skateboarding in and like hits them with their skateboard and starts fighting or something. That'd be really cool.
Dude, I so hope that the ultimate move they do is from the second movie where they're fighting that Japanese guy, and they like all do like that turtle donut where they like smash him with their shells on all angles.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
I kind of wish they put them in separately, because I mean, you could put them in with all this like, you can just mimic them after characters that are already there, and then just reskin them and rename the moves.
And you know what? If EA was making this game, they would have them in there, but they'd be the Michael Bay turtles, and you have to pay extra for the classic costumes.
Not only that, you got Noctis from Final Fantasy 15 coming to Tekken? Question mark.
Question mark.
No, it's just I just think it's a weird choice. Like
it is. That's very left field. I had no idea that was happening, and then I watched the gameplay video. I'm like, he fits in so perfectly. It looks awesome.
I mean, you would know him more than I do based on like a Final Fantasy character. But you said he's a good fighter and he's a juggler and whatever. So
he teleports all over the arena and he can air juggle those motherfuckers, and they actually let him use his weapons, which is really cool. And not only that, but he's coming in with his own stage where it looks like you fight in the gas station from the game with your bros in the background sitting on your car and Cindy over there in her short shorts cheering you on. I'm like, dude, this makes me want to get Tekken.
Yeah, and it's about time that Tekken gives us some type of, I don't know, Ultimate Edition, because it's been out for a little while now. That's
what I've been waiting for, but I don't know. I don't think Tekken does that.
Well, I think at this point all fighting games do that. I don't think Tekken's an exception to the rule. At some point, I think Tekken will give us all an Ultimate Edition with their DLC.
I could maybe digitally or something.
I would hope so, at least, for sure. But as far as news goes, I think that's the big topics we need to cover. That's everything that jumps out at me, because there's been a lot of stuff, but with all this EA stuff, that's kind of been hogging the spotlight, and you hate to talk about it too much because it's not a good thing happening.
Yeah, no, it puts me in a really bad mood.
So, I mean, I've got nothing else. Either one of y'all got anything on your mind?
No, that covers the news.
All right, so I don't know what's happening on Twitter, but we're not getting topics anymore. We got our good friends over at The Subject Tonight, which if you don't listen, I don't know what's wrong with you. But Jesse and Megan, they shot us a topic, so we're going to go with that.
All right, but hold on. The only people that were sending us topics was an anonymous listener, Michelle, and The Subject Tonight folks.
No, we got one from 8-Bit Heroes who follows us on Twitter.
Oh, what about board games?
Yeah. We got one from another guy that Andrew.
It's
my
been
roommate
like
Andrew,
consistently
plays
like
games with.
like it's been one every once in a while.
So either way, I mean, I'd be fine with just getting it from them all the time because they're pretty fucking cool. But anyway, they asked us what. First off, it's a 2-part question. Okay. What's the best gaming system of all time? Plus, what's the best game on that system? And we've kind of went over this before, so let's just hit it again. I know for me, I like the new stuff. I said that before, so I like the PlayStation 4. I think that's the best gaming system of all time. But if we're not allowed to do that, if that's cheating, I'm going to go with the Sega Genesis. And the best game on the Sega Genesis, in my opinion, is Sonic 2. So that's where I stand on that. And we know where you at, Carmen.
I'm a PS2 fan.
And let me guess, your favorite game is
My favorite game, or my favorite game on the system of all time?
The PS2 game.
yeah, the PS2.
The PS2 game that I played the most, or what?
What's
Your
your
favorite
favorite?
PS2 game.
Oh, Tony Hawk.
Yeah, I know.
That's why. Yeah.
Damn, baby. Tony Hawk 4. Not just any Tony Hawk, right?
Yes, the fourth one. The first one was on the PS1.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that a lot. A lot of fond memories. And Jeremy, why don't you round it out, Mr. Nintendo?
Yeah, I know. Big surprise here. Super Nintendo, Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah, so we kind of covered that. That's why we're brushing through it. But what we didn't do, which is the second part of this question, is actually a pretty cool question. Where do we see gaming in 50 years? And this can be like realistically or just imaginatively, like however you want to do it. So go ahead and start us out, Jeremy.
I see us all hooked up to the computer, just like in the Matrix. EA has won the gaming wars. We are now slaves to the microtransaction and loot boxes. But there is one that stands up to fight against them.
Who's that?
And even, I don't know, as far as I got with the joke.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That sounded like a good movie or
I
something.
know,
You need to
like
keep
my
going.
heart started pumping. I was like,
Who's there to stand in the way?
Is it you?
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z! No, that was terrible, wasn't
all right,
seriously,
Jeremy, take your headphones off. It's time to walk away.
it?
We're
Carmen,
done here.
where do you see gaming in 50 years?
I see in 50 years, I think consoles are going to be a thing of the past. Hardware doesn't make money. It's never going to make money. And at that time, that's going to be the end. Then we're going to end up going to PC gaming, or we're going to move to heavy augmented reality.
That's viable.
I don't think VR is going to last until they can come up with a way that you don't need to wear the biggest piece of headgear you can find.
You mean you don't like the Virtual Boy headset?
Dude, I love the Virtual Boy headset. That's where I watch all my... Never mind.
Never mind.
Never mind, boys.
I am very much in your camp because consoles, when you really think about it, think about how technology has moved for us in 50 years. You went from not having any type of technology to having, let's say, one device to do everything. So maybe one music playing device, a calculator, a beeper, whatever it might be. And all of a sudden you got a cell phone that has all that in one.
Exactly.
So now, at some point, a dedicated gaming console is just not going to be feasible. So, I see consoles going the way of the dinosaurs.
The advancements alone in the camera on my new phone is ridiculous.
Which phone did you get, by the way?
I got the iPhone 10.
Nice.
I went all out. Got the big boy. But I can animate myself as a poop, and it mimics my facial expressions. So yesterday I got the phone. I finally got it activated. First thing I did was I said, I'm going to send my wife me as a poop. And I did it.
Nice.
Pretty cool. I
Great
squinched my face up and the poop looks awesome.
Nice.
But shit like that. And, with a more powerful system, this has a pretty strong chip in it for a cell phone. But imagine, if you used, the latest and greatest Intel chip for a PC, and then you hook that up to whatever, and now you have this new augmented reality game and all these things, and you can be that character. They can do that with facial recognition and body capture, all of these things. The possibilities are endless. This is only the beginning.
One thing I've noticed, let's take Microsoft for instance. We all know that the pinnacle of gaming is PC gaming as far as the best way to run it, because you can overclock your PC, you can unlock stuff. That's where the hardware is. That's where you get the best experience, right? It's just made easier with consoles because you don't have to mess with all that back end stuff. But even with the Xbox One X, you're starting to get consoles that can rival PC gaming or come close, the closest we've ever been.
It's the closest that they've been.
At some point, it's going to be even. And why do you need a console that just does the same thing in PC? Eventually, everything's going to go. You'll just either have it streaming somehow, or it's all going to PC, like you said. You almost took the words out of my mouth with that one, Carl.
Yeah, I agree. That's the big drawback. That's what keeps everyone away from PC gaming, is actually having to get in there, all the technical aspects. If they can get to a point where it's just you literally go to the store, buy a PC, plug it in, and just start playing your game, then I think that's just where everyone's going to start going is PC. All games are released on PC. Just makes things easier.
But I mean, it could be done now. It's like they could create a UI. They could program it in a way that, when you want to buy your new game, you just go straight to your digital store. It writes it to your hard drive, and it does all the things that Windows does in the background. I mean, that's what happens on your PlayStation now. But they don't have the graphics cards, and they don't have any of that stuff. It's like,
well,
we can't compete. It gets close, but you can't get 140 frames on the Xbox One X, not even on your best day.
You know what I'm saying? Is like, once we get to a point like Cam keeps talking about, where we've reached just the peak of graphics and performance, then that's when PC gaming is going to take over, because then you have no need to upgrade your PC. You can just buy it and it's done for life.
But what's the peak on a television or on a display? It's like never ending.
Yeah, that's where it comes in. Like, it'll never peak, but at some point,
it's going to become minimal.
It'll be like a minuscule change.
Plus, I think people are going to be a lot less off-put by having to buy a new display or monitor than having to buy a whole new PC.
Yeah, but the television market is a beast of its own. When a new TV comes out, they're like $20,000 still to this day, and then 2 months later.
Where are you shopping at? Jesus
No,
Christ.
but I'm saying, like, new when the curved TVs came out, they were like $10,000. You can get a curved TV now for like $1,200.
Yeah, but do you think they're going to build video games around curved TVs?
No, they're going to build them around 8K displays.
Yeah, but again,
what's after 8K?
But I'm saying that won't
12
be
or
until
16.
What do you say? They're not going to be until what?
I was saying that whenever that new technology comes out, they usually don't base video games around it until after the technology comes way the fuck down.
Yeah, I'm wondering if at some point you don't even have a hard drive if it turns into streaming. Like they've perfected streaming so much where there is no latency. It is there.
I can see that.
So you don't need a hard drive. You buy it, you log in, and all of a sudden, bam, you got a virtual front. You got this game, bam, it's coming right to you. You got your save states. I mean, that to me is what you want. I mean, to me, that's what I would want as a gamer. No piece of hardware, built right into the TV. I can load it straight up with zero latency, zero lag, 4K, 8K, whatever the resolution is, and just go.
I don't think you can ever get away from the latency.
It'd be so nice. There's got to be.
It would be. I mean, the way it would be is if they can optimize these packets to be very small. But think about it, like if the packet's big and you have a 10 meg connection, you're fucked.
A lot of things would have to fall into place for that to happen. Even on the internet end, you can't. Obviously, you couldn't have data caps if that was a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even have internet if there was a data cap.
I agree. I think to have data caps in parts of the country is just archaic.
Hey, this is 50 years in the future, man.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be gone by then.
EA's going to buy the cell phone companies. Fuck.
Now, what I really want to happen is be able to plug my conscience into a robot and go into a virtual world and play a real video game, but I'm in it. That's what I want. I'm trying to get some like Sword Art Online type shit going on.
Didn't we just talk about that?
I don't think so.
About that when I brought up my phone.
Oh, that's what you meant. You meant like plugging yourself in, like being a robot. Oh, I didn't know that's what you meant. I didn't think you were going that far into it.
No. I didn't hear you at all because you guys dropped out.
I thought you were talking about
Jeremy's
AR.
internet can't handle fucking streaming. He's not playing any fucking games. He can't even run Discord.
God dang it.
I love you, Jeremy.
I'm hungry. Is that all we got? I'm fucking starving. Let's go eat something.
I think we're good to go.
No Antiquity Season 2 will be coming out next year, so you ain't got to worry about checking that out, but check the other videos out. Select Start should be coming soon. As a matter of fact, I think it's coming real soon.
Yeah, we're just waiting on any additional art we need. I guess Jeremy just needs to make some more changes.
And then
add
we're
some
gonna
numbers.
Golden.
And then we're queuing all those bitches up.
So check that out. And I've got nothing. Y'all got anything else?
Nothing.
No.
All right, Carmen. I'll give them the rundown. Where they're going to find us.
You can find us on our own website, HellaAverageGaming.com. We're posting news, reviews. Cam's going to write up something on this new Call of Duty. We need you to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to us on YouTube, SoundCloud, Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play. Give us a 5-star rating if you're really enjoying this content. Leave us comments, provide us feedback, give us topics on Twitter. If you feel inclined and you want to see us bring more Hella Average content to your faces, support us on patreon.com. All the links will be in the description below. And on that note, stay Hella Average.
Peace.
Good night.